Okay, merit concept in Buddhism. This is the topic that we will discuss tonight. See what benefit you, see what something that you can pick up from this sharing. Start from here. You may be asked from your friends or people down the road, what exactly that the Buddha teach? Can you summarize to me? It's Ovata Patimokkha was given after the Buddha start teaching monks, the first 5 students, and go to another 55 students, and then there are 60 arahant exist in this world. And the Buddha gave this teaching. Now your job is done. You train yourself. You purify yourself. It's time for you to go teach the world, to teach people how to live good life, to share the happiness to the world. Do not go the same direction. Two of you do not go the same direction. You should go to different direction. See, the duty of the monk is already there in this teaching. You're not ordained just for yourself. You have responsibility to teach when you're ready. Whenever you feel ready, then keep this information in mind. So Patimokkha is what? Sappha passa akaranang. Sappha passa akaranang. The key word here is papa. Sappha passa akaranang. Not perform or evil. Stop doing bad. Papa or bab or demerit, something bad. Kusala. Remember this word? When Prince Siddhartha left the palace, he was looking for kusala, something good, something wholesome. Kusalassa upasampatha, doing all kind of goodness, all kind of wholesomeness, skillful thing. Stop doing bad, do whatever considered good. Sachitta, keyword here is chitta. What is chitta again? Mind. Chitta is the mind, right? So purification of one's mind. This is the teaching of every single Buddha, not just one Buddha. Every Buddha discovered the same thing and teach the same thing. So these are the 3 main teachings of the Buddha that you can answer. If you have more time, someone that asks you have more time, you sit them down and give them more detail of what the Buddha teaches. Here, it's something that if you reflect deeper, what it means by stop doing bad, what it means by doing good, what does it mean by purify one's mind.
So these 3 things, this is what we monks are practicing very deep compared to lay people. That's what's the difference, right?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. The lay people observe 5 precepts. The monk all of a sudden 200 rules.
And this is the reason why we are kind of respectful for the lay people.
Yes, you sacrifice a lot.
But besides the precepts, this rule is applied for all, isn't it?
Yes, for all. So after this lecture, I hope you have a new information and understand in a broader dimension about the idea of doing good and doing bad, bun and bab, merit and demerit. So let me continue. As we know, right, the ultimate goal of Buddhism is here to attain Nibbana, to free ourselves from greed, hatred, delusion, to purify our body, speech and mind. And when this job is done, that person will realize or attain Nibbana, the state of Nibbana. Body, speech and mind are fully pure, perfectly purifying. One should practice only good deeds whose happy outcome stretch ahead. If you do good, happiness surely will happen to your life in this very life, including future life, in this very moment. Happiness is not just the destination. It means to be here and now too. As you walk down the path of Dhamma, you should be happy. You should be a happy being, walk down this earth until the day you die. If you are dad, if you are son, if you are the boss, you should apply the right Dhamma. What did the Buddha teach about being good father? What did the Buddha teach about being good boss, good son, good wife? The Buddha teach everything. Amazingly. If you want to know how to accumulate wealth, he teach you how to get rich. He teach you how to sustain and secure your wealth. Precisely. You can find pretty much any area of knowledge that teach in this world in the Buddhist text. Coming down to this, no matter who you are, if you want to be happy, you need to purify yourself purify yourself, body, speech, and mind, and develop panya, wisdom. Then you can be happy. This is what the Buddha means by punya. This is one teaching. Punya, spelled like this, means merit, right? Bhikkhu, don't fear good deeds, don't fear punya, don't fear merit. Do not fear. For good deeds is a term for happiness. This is the meaning. For what is likable, desirable, and agreeable. The Buddha gave the meaning of punya or good deeds or merit in one teaching. That punya is the idea of doing good thing, and doing good thing bring you happiness, peace of mind. There are many words that we can use. And in general, if you look through the Pali dictionary, you may find this definition of the word punya or merit or bun in Thai. The inner sense of well-being that comes from having act rightly or well, and that enable one to continue action well. This is from the Pali dictionary. I don't know if you can relate it to, I don't know if it makes sense to you, but let's start from here. We need to, start somewhere. In another explanation of the idea of merit, it is a beneficial and protective force. Interesting, which accumulate. It can be accumulated. As a result,
DES. D is missing.
Okay, of good deeds, acts, and thought. It's a force. Now we come across another keyword that help us to understand merit. It's a force. It's an energy, something there that drive our life toward good thing, to do good and to have a good result, and to have happiness in life. There's a force, the driving force. In the text itself, there are a group of vocabulary that the Buddha tried to use when it comes to explain this merit, this and that. But just to keep it simple, good deeds, good thing, okay, positive, not negative. If you do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. That's the idea. And this is merit, right? There are two terms that go together. Merit or punya and demerit is papa or bab. You hear the word bun and bab all the time. If you are Buddhist, if you in Thailand. So merit, demerits. In English, sometimes they use the word sin. But sin come with different interpretation, different understanding. Sin in different belief or religions has different meaning than bab or demerit in Buddhism. Sin can be removed, but bab cannot be removed. When you go take shower, you can remove dirt and smell from your body. Your body clean, but bab cannot. So sin, you can go to the river, go swim, take shower, and you come out clean. But bab, you cannot do that. There's a big difference between the concept of sin and the concept of bab. That's something about the mind that we don't know much about it. So here, we can look at merit as a pure energy, and the demerit or bab as an impure energy that you created yourself. And that pure energy leads you to be happy. It attract all good things come to your life because your mind is good. Your mind is clear, your mind is bright. When you are in good mood, you usually attract good opportunity, right? Good people, good circumstances. But if you always have a negative mind, that negativity will attract negativity into your life. This is a law of attraction. The mind attract what is the same energy. It will easily to attract. That's how the mind works. So in short, demerit or bab will lead you to be suffer, but merit will bring happiness to your life, in this very life and in the future life too. Meaning of bun. Bun in Pali, punya, translate to merit. But merit in English vocabulary or in the sense of the West, merit and punya in Thailand, in Thai Buddhist, when we hear the word punya and when Westerner hear the word merit, we don't feel the same. When Luang Pi or my mom, my grandmother hear the word punya, we feel joy, we feel elation, we feel pity, we feel something special. It's special energy, special feeling. Not just I making merit or giving food. It's more than that. But merit in the West, maybe just you pick up the garbage put in the bin, and that's merit.
Sounds like a prize.
Yeah.
You get a merit.
Yeah, it's different. So merit, according to the Pali, it's come in two meanings. The first one is called cleansing. Merit is cleansing, and you need to know cleanse what, why cleansing, right? And another term, another sense that come with it is called, it is fulfill. In these two sense, you think of this man doing the dishes. He need to use water and detergent to clean the dishes. Some dish easy to clean. Some dishes maybe have oily that need different or special kind of detergent. Then it can remove that oil from the dish. So merit is the same. It's the energy that has the ability to clean. Clean what?
Demerits.
Clean kilesa. Clean something in the mind. Clean the defilement in the mind. So we take shower, we use the water to clean the body. And how can we shower the mind? How can we cleanse the mind? The Buddha is the mind expert, right? He discovered what's in the mind. He teach about the mind, the true nature of life. If we want to attain Nibbana, we need to remove defilement or tanha. And tanha is kept in the mind. And where is the mind? How the mind works? Why we don't know that. Still a secret. So it's the way to look at which one is punya. That means when you do something and that energy help you to remove something, clean something from your mind. If you give, it remove a certain level of greed, of stinginess, right? If you forgive, it remove anger, hatred, resentment towards someone. It removes something that help to develop the quality of your mind. When you do this, when you do punya, when punya happen, that positive energy, that pure energy happen. It's an antidote for something that need to be cleansed. And it should be fulfilled. Fulfill, this is the idea of the Buddha, to accumulate merit. And the story behind that too. You should familiar with the word perfection, which I will explain in a moment. So it can be, we can develop merit and have that energy to clean some impurity from the mind. And at the same time, we should keep in mind that this energy should continue to accumulate and fulfill. Let's say you have, if you think of money, right? If you have money, the more money you have, maybe the better you feel. Even though you may not use it, but it's a peace of mind to have that in case something happens. It's nice to have. So peace of mind. The more the better, right? Even though you're not cling to it. If something happens, you know I have money in the bank. Same thing, merit is the same. It's the energy that you accumulate. It's kept in the mind. There may be time that you need it. To cleanse what? This is the answer. The mind that the Buddha discovered, there's the nature of the mind. The mind is impure because of these passing defilements. There are greed, there are hatred or anger, delusion, ignorance, craving, kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. All of this mental impurity, they are in the mind. And how can we cleanse the mind? Why do we meditate? Why do we have to practice loving kindness? Why do we have to practice forgiveness, practice giving, study Dhamma? All of this come with the reason. And tonight, we just add on what we learned about the Four Noble Truths, the law of karma. The idea of develop your perfection is start from here. You need to develop merit, and then merit become perfection later on. And this is the mind, right? The mind keeps everything. Nothing get lost in this cycle of existence. Nothing get lost. Bun bab, what you do, it's kept in the mind. Cannot be deleted. There is no delete button in life. But there is another way around to work on something that we make a mistake in the past. Subconscious mind, this is the term used in the psychological world. Conscious and subconscious mind, we seem to know that, right? Conscious mind is like the tip of the iceberg. This is the mind when it works. When the consciousness happens in the eye, we know what we see. When ear consciousness, we know what we hear, right? When we smell, we know what we smell. This is consciousness. You can call it working mind. The subconscious is something that you don't know. This is resting mind. This is working mind. You only know when the mind starts working. You don't know when the mind resting. Here is a huge part of the mind where we have no idea how the mind works, what happens after we die, how this thing that we have been accumulated for many lifetimes, how do they get transferred from this life to another. And one scientists from the Virginia hospital or university. This doctor, he studied life after death. He gathered information. Dr. Ian Stevenson, you can check out his book. Scientific, to go ask people about rebirth. The young kids, children, boy and girl, they remember their previous life. Scientifically proved what they say is real. The house, the place, the name of the people, the accident, the car, the airplane that they shot down, they remember the name, the incidents. And what interesting is, those children or those who participate in his program, they can only remember maximum 2 lifetimes, nothing more than that, usually 1. And he tried to come up with the answer why it's like this, why they cannot remember more than 1 or 2 lifetimes. What do you think? How this thing work? By meditation, okay. Great answer. But they don't meditate, okay. The doctor don't meditate, the participant, they don't meditate either.
Previous life experience, meditation.
But they remember at the young age. This is what I think. If you think of the mind, it's like the man standing on the cliff, and the cliff is very deep, it's endless, and every day he throws something into that cliff. Every day throw something, and it keep piling up. This is in one lifetime we create a lot of karma, positive, negative, and neutral. Some more negative, some more positive. Up to you. You have choice to make, and that action that you do keep piling up. One life after life. We don't know how many times that we have been born and reborn. It's such a countless lifetime. It's a long journey in this cycle of existence. So this information keep piling up, and you can only see what's close to you. That's it. You don't have ability to go to the deeper than that. You only see, oh, okay, I just throw it yesterday. I throw it 2 days ago. You can still see how it looked like, what it is. This is the same thing. At the young age, as the kids still remember, they only remember the previous life. But the condition is that person has to die from this life and born as a human being right away. There's no gap. If he born heavenly being or hell realm or animal realm, he cannot remember this. The only way he can access to that information is through meditation. But if someone have experienced life after death, you still recall that feeling. How do you feel when the mind leaves the body and then you come back? Right? There are many stories told like this. Interesting. Check them out and to see how you can answer that.
What was the name of the research of this book?
Dr. Ian Stevenson. Ian Stevenson. You can search life after death, Ian Stevenson. You find the books. I have the book too. I don't know who borrowed it. There are many case studies in there. Beautiful books. And it's the only book that I find that keep evidence how a man recall his or her previous life scientifically. So we don't know how the subconscious mind works, but the mind here, what I'm trying to say here, the mind keeps everything. Good, bad, not good, not bad. Just like every day when you say something bad to someone, you only throw one thing in there. This morning you meditate, you throw something in there. You give merit, you read the book.
What happens if we resolve like we do that resolution or what?
Confession?
Confession, yeah. What it makes difference? Confession. If I make some mistake, papa, and confession, what it happens?
Confession doesn't remove your papa.
Okay. Then why we are doing this?
It's reminder
Oh,
of who you are. You shouldn't be making the same mistake and move on. Papa is still there. If you say something bad to someone, that negative energy is still with him and with you.
okay.
5 years from now, that energy may come back. Oh, I feel bad. I'm a monk. I say something bad to that person. It's still there. You cannot remove it. But tonight I give you a tip how to deal with this. Hang on until the last. The last slide. Okay, this is how the mind works. It keeps everything. So nothing will get lost. There are 2 types of merit that you may not aware. The first type of merit is called Vatta Kamini Kusala. Vatta mean Vatta, สงสาร samsara, right? Vatta Kamini Kusala. Kusala mean wholesome, right? So the wholesome to be in the route of rebirth. You create merit, and that merit help you to reborn in a good life. You still have to come back and reborn. When you give, you may be born rich. When you observe precept, you born healthy, this and that. Nibbana kamini kusala. Again, this is kusala or the wholesome that lead to nibbana. Now we're talking about perfection. It's not just regular merit, something strong, something extreme. Yes, nibbana kamini kusala. Okay, it's a nice word. Here you think of the word perfection. Perfection come in many sense, like the highest, the most distance, the most excellence. Para means beyond. Mini means that which goes or arrive. That which goes beyond. This is the idea. That's something extreme, something special, something very excellent. When you do merit and when how merit get transferred or transformed to be a parami is like this. If the lay person or a man offering food to the monk or make donation once a month or once a year, they gain merit 2 times a year, right? The maybe birthday or anniversary, so they gain merit twice a year. What if another man make merit every single day, 365 days, never miss offering food to the monk, never miss observe precept, never miss meditate? That's become perfection because it's more difficult to do. You need more effort, more determination. That's why you need a lot of merit to receive a little of perfection. It transfers to be a perfection energy. You need a lot of this merit to get a little of perfection. You see? That is why you said, oh, I make merit, but how many times? 3 times a year. But Buddhist people should aware that, hey, life is short. You should find time to accumulate more merit whenever the opportunity is present, right? So offer, meditate, there's a lot of things you can do. This is more difficult. It is said people who sacrifice the most deserve the most. Nothing will get lost. Nothing will get lost. You prepare, right? That's why you have food to offer in the morning. If you think like this, the distillation, right? You want to get the distilled water, you need a lot of water. Go through this process and you get a little of distilled water. Same thing. This is merit and this is parami, perfection. For those who want to realize nibbana, those beings are called bodhisattva. They must accumulate merit for a very long time until all the 10 merit being fulfilled. We call 10 perfection. How can we cultivate merit? Okay, there are 3 basis of merit. It's in the book, your book, this book, page 232. You don't have to write it down. This one. The first one, you can cultivate merit through giving or dana. Second way is to observe the precept or sila. And the third way is to cultivate the mind or bhavana or mind development. There are 3 ways that mentioned in the Pali level. But when you go through the commentary, the explanation, you will find 10 base of merit. All of this, they call 10 base of merit. But if you feel like, oh, it's too many, Lumpy, just remember these 3. Okay? Giving, sila, and bhavana. Giving means donation, right? Dana, offering. And the commentary explain like this. They expand a little bit further. Maybe people can practice easier. In terms of giving, you can give merit. You can rejoice in someone's merit and you can give the Dhamma. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Consider giving too. There are many ways of giving. You can give material things, give food, give money, right? You can give the land, you can give your time, you can give your wisdom, share wisdom to someone else. You can even forgive. You offer forgiveness to a man that hurt your feeling. This is even more difficult. There are many ways in terms of practice giving, not just what you see on the screen. Yes. It's in this book has 2 in Thai and in English written down already. Sila is about your bodily action and verbally action, and now the commentary includes being humble, being respect, treat your elderly nice, treat your parent nice. Anything that related to your manner, your physical thing, in a wholesome way, it's considered sila. Giving service, when you clean the temple, when you do the shore, when you help your friend do this and do that, it's considered sila. It creates bunya. Your mind is at ease, your mind is relaxed. And the last one, the last group of way to create punya or merit is called meditation or bhavana. The bhavana itself means develop, to grow, to make it happen. Now in this case is develop what? Develop the quality of the mind. So listening to the Dhamma, right? This is how you understand, apply the Dhamma to develop the mind, to let go this and that, to adjust your will according to the teaching of the Buddha. Okay? Respect your parent, understand the law of karma. This also it fall into the category of mind development. Then you get merit. What we learned yesterday in the eightfold path about unwholesome action, right? Human, we can create karma three ways: through the mind, the way we think, through what we say, and through what we do. And these two are sila, about body and speech, right? Killing is bad, stealing is bad, sexual misconduct is bad. If you do opposite, that means you observe sila. You have a virtuous conduct. False speech, slanderous, divisive, speaking something nonsense. This also, your speech is not pure. If your speech is pure, what you say is good, that means you observe precept. This is the idea of precept, body and speech. And the last one is bhavana, is to develop the quality of the mind, to lessen greed, to lessen anger, and to have the right will. And today we have this one, right? Add on. So precept is here, bhavana meditation is here, and now the Buddha said another way to create merit is to give, to donate, plus dana, or giving. And meditation and precept go together. This is how you cultivate more merit. You see there are many defilements in here, and the Buddha already gave the antidote, right? Killing, when you observe precept, you don't kill, right? Stealing, you don't do it. Even when you observe just 5 precepts. Sexual misconduct, you don't do it. So you have yourself protected. Utilize the idea of precept. Saying something bad or telling a lie, you don't do it. Intoxicate yourself, you don't do it. If you go further than that, you observe 8 precepts. Now you let go entertainment, let go sensuality, let go perfume, let go food, let go luxurious thing. You fight with the defilement in your mind. Even one day of observing 8 precepts, you gain a lot of benefit. You gain a lot of peace and calmness of the mind back from your daily life, from your mundane life. You see the benefit of precept. Now the mind is in good condition. The mind have all kind of good energy, and you can direct this mind to do anything, to meditate, to forgive, to love someone. There's a lot of things. It starts from having good mind, good quality of the mind. Now it's come to the question that how can I remove? Can we remove it? The bad thing that you have done? The mind keep everything. It keep everything. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it keep everything. And it's good to know, right? It's good to know. You think of the demerit or bab is like the salt, and the punya or the merit is like the water in the glass. If you have one glass and you put this much of salt into the water is salty, you cannot drink. But if you put this water into the big tank of water, then you don't feel the salt. But the salt is still the same in the tank, in the big tank, but you just don't feel it, you dilute it. So all the bad thing that you have done is kept there, but it cannot take effect because you have more water. You don't feel salty. This water is drinkable, but this one cannot drink. It's too salty. You can drink this one. So in the past, no matter how bad you have done, this is a good news. This is a solution. Stop putting salt into your life. Continue to add more water into your life. This is how we work with the law of karma. This is the tips. So from now on, keep pouring the water into your life. 5 ways to give, 5 ways to observe precept. I want to say from this moment onward until the day you die, after you have come this far to be a monk, to come to the teaching of the Buddha, when you leave the training for the rest of your life, you should maintain pure precept. You should maintain pure precept. From now, at least 5 precepts. And why should you accumulate merit then? Do I have to, or I don't have to, or I can do it from time to time? I'm happy, giving once a year, a few times a year. If you really understand the teaching of the Buddha, understand the nature of life, understand that we have to die and we have to reborn, then you will wake up and do merit every day. This is what you need, right? First, if you don't believe in the future life at all, should you still consider making merit? You can be happy right now. If you don't kill, don't lie, no sexual misconduct, right? No intoxicant. You become a man with good credibility. You become a man wherever you go, you like to give. Wherever you go, you like to help. Wherever you go, you show respect to others. This kind of person is, wherever he go, he is needed. People love him. And my dad always teach me when I was young, I still remember, wherever you go, make sure you are lovable. And whenever you have to leave that place, make sure people miss you. People want you back. And this teaching still vividly in my mind. My dad passed away a long time. So wherever I go, I reflect on his teaching. I don't create problem. Make sure that everyone's okay having me around. I work in the company where people punch the card. They get in at 8, they leave at 5. And myself, I go around 7. I leave after everyone left. That's my nature. I just want to hang in there to see if anything I can do and prepare the work for tomorrow. Not just pretend that I want to, show off and I'm a good man. No, it's just my habit to just want to be there. Just want to help here and there. Maybe rebooting computer or cleaning computer because I work in the IT department. So in the morning, everyone come back, the computer is clean. You don't need to pay. I'm just happy to do it for the company. And I gain merit. This is right action and right livelihood. You have good job. You can gain merit from your job too. You don't break any precept in the job. At the same time, you have a chance to cultivate the quality of the mind, reaching out, go extra mile, help others. Okay, if you don't believe in the law of karma, the life after death, precepts still benefit you. You see the picture. What if there is a life after death? Why do you buy insurance? In case, just in case. In case the house burned down, car accident, you have broken leg, then you cover. Just in case, right? Many times that you pay insurance but nothing happened. But you still have to buy it next year again. Just in case. So what if there is the life after death? Just in case there is a life after death. Let's do good. So you will be safe if it is real or if it's happened, right? If what the Buddha teaches is real, then you'll be safe, just in case. So you should accumulate merit so you can be happy in this very life. You can also be happy in the future life as well. Because definitely through the lens of enlightened being, they already tell us that there is life after death. You're not born in this lifetime as the first life. You have been born and reborn for many lifetimes, and you are going to have to keep reborn and reborn for a very long time until you understand the teaching and feel like, I'm done. I don't want to continue to travel in this cycle of existence. I want to stop the rebirth. Then I studied Noble Truth and I start walk down the Eightfold Path. This is the formula. If you feel like, Long Pi, I have done a lot of bad things in the past, how do I deal? Because you said I cannot remove it. This is what you should do. All of us here, we have done good and bad things in life, more or less. Some more bad, some more good. But from this moment onward, now you know how to deal with your life. Stop doing bad, right? Stop putting salt into your life. Just keep putting water or goodness, good thing into your life. So the tip is, number one, forget all the wrongdoing. Forget them. Don't think about them. Whenever that thought come back, when you are mindful, reject it, input with the new thought. Don't think about it. But the more you think about papa, you attract that negative energy in the past to this moment. Habituate your mind to refuse to have that thought coming to your mind. When it come back, reject it. Think of something else. And the second thing is stop doing all evil. Now stop putting salt into your life. Whatever considered bad, don't do it. You need to know what good, what bad, which we talk about it. Whatever considered bad, even though a little thing, don't do it because the mind will keep it. Will keep it. There are many things that that happen without us being mindful and we feel regret later on. How do you know that this action that you're about to do is considered bad? This is the tip, okay? If you ask yourself, 5 years from now when I look back, am I gonna proud of this, what I'm about to do, or I will feel regret? If the answer is clearly regretting, don't do it. Use your intuition. Don't do it. But if you feel like, you know what, it doesn't matter how long the time goes by, whenever I come back and think about this, I will be okay, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. That's the good thing, that's the sign, that's the indicator. I have the real example. Okay, almost done. A friend of mine, he is the boss, and in Thailand we have the tradition when there is a merit here and there, and people will bring the envelope, right? And give the envelope to the boss or to someone that they want to let them know about the merit, maybe building the temple, maybe offering food to the monk. That people come with the envelope and ask for your donation. And he, as the boss, after the rainy season, there is a katina ceremony where the whole country go make merit. So the boss get a lot of envelope from his employee, and he feel like I don't wanna give. It's too many envelope. His mind is agitated, but he give anyway. As a boss, he cannot say no. Maybe 20 baht, maybe 100 baht. And the last guy came into the room and offering him the envelope. He said, "Boss, would you make merit with me? I wanna help my temple in my village. They built the chapel." He said, okay. He just put the money in there, 100 baht. And he's not happy what he's doing. He get a little bit mad because too many envelope already today. And he forget it has been 2 years, and the guy came back with the picture of the chapel that finished building, beautiful looking, and he showed the boss, this is what you donate me 100 baht 2 years ago. And the boss was shocked. He said, if I know, I would give more than 100 baht, and now you cannot. So whatever considered good, it doesn't matter how long the time goes by, it brings happiness and joy. Then do it, please do it. And when someone asks you for donation, this and that, even though you want to just donate 10 baht, make sure you feel happy. Okay? So you won't feel regret. Same thing with the bad thing. There may be the bad thing that you did. If you ask this, if you pause a moment and you ask yourself, what would I feel 5 years from now when I look back to this action? Then you know the answer, whether you do it or not. The third one, often recall. This is the way you habituate your mind to think of the good thing that you have done, the good thing that others have done for you. This is always beneficial. It helps you to only cling on. No, not clinging, right? Only recall or get familiar with the good energy, good thing, instead of you thinking of the bad thing that you have done oftenly. Don't do it. And number 4, continue to cultivate merit. Whatever considered good, do it. Don't feel regret like the man that gave 100 baht and now the chapel finished. You cannot go and destroy the chapel. I'm going to donate 1 million now. You can't do that. And number 5, most importantly, practice meditation. This is the most powerful technique for you to be happy here and now and in the future. Because the mind is everywhere, the mind is crowded, the mind is wandering elements. If you don't know how to control the mind, then you will be suffering, you'll be unhappy. And meditation help us to have that, to help us to control the mind, to help us purify the mind, and to bring the mind back to the body more often. So sit, whatever technique you feel comfortable, keep on sitting. Even though you may not get the result as you expect, but you're making progress every day, every time you sit. You will stop making progress the day that you stop meditate. That's it, period. I'm done. Please find time to reflect on what we learned. Forget wrongdoing in the past. Stop doing bad things. Continue doing good things, and continue to practice meditation. Happiness will be with you from this moment onward until the day that you arrive or attain Nibbana.